Hey everybody, Skylar Duensing here with the United States Patriot Society. We're here at CPAC 2022, and I'm here with David from Florida. How are you?
Doing great, and I'm so glad to be here. CPAC is a great opportunity for young folks like you, as well as old folks like us, to understand what this whole country is about right now and how we can even make it better.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, anytime you have an opportunity to get involved with thousands, no matter the number, just with fellow like-minded individuals, patriots, conservatives from across the country, taking a stand and letting our voices be heard, especially during this time right now. And talk to me about these times that we're in right now. The Biden administration, give us your thoughts.
Well, I don't really consider him to be the leader of our country. You know, there's so many crazy things that are going on in all these other countries right now, yet we want to send troops to help the Ukrainians, which that's a nice idea, but we can't even stop our own borders. You know, there are immigrants coming in on our southern border by the thousands, and yet we are trying to, hold down the fort here in America. You know, whether it's the inner cities that are having their problems of burning things down, to food and immigrants coming and pipelines being shut down. Wednesday, we bought $400 million worth of oil from Russia. It makes no sense at all. No sense at all. You know, I'm in such a battle. About 16 years ago, we adopted our son. He's now 16. But, what's going on in the schools, this critical race theory, the stuff that they're forcing amongst people all over the United States, it's not right. I mean, is it hard just to treat people the way you want to be treated, or your parents or her parents or your grandparents? We all will just want what's good for everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, right now, too, you hit on parents. So important for them to start taking a stand for their kids. Tell us a bit of an advice for the parents watching, for the kids watching. How can families take back their children's minds in these schools?
Well, I tell people, when I was growing up, when it rained, we went out and played in the rain. We played in the mud. Kids these days, it's all about this technology. Understand times do change, but if you don't know what your children are doing right now, shame on you. It's your fault if your daughter doesn't understand something. It's your fault if your son goes on Snapchat or TikTok and finds a way to create a bomb, which kids are doing that because some kids don't have a mom and a dad, or maybe they have two moms and two dads, but still you can have three moms and three dads but not have them really being there. So shame on them. It's got to start at the home.
Yeah, exactly. And, we talk about a lot with our organization, when you have mom and dad are both working a job, which has changed significantly since the 50s, right? Then you look at, now these kids are at home alone usually, and who's raising them now? The media, pop culture, and their cell phone. And the cell phone's such a problem now because they draw these opinions so quickly, and all these organizations all lean one way. It's just insanity.
Well, and you're exactly right, because, I've been saying America's been so lazy for so long. You pick up your cell phone and wow, you can get food delivered. You pick up your cell phone, you play a video game. You pick up your cell phone, you can talk to 5 or 6 people at a time. And you pick up your cell phone and you do your Zoom homework, Zoom with your teachers. You're not getting the sun, the sand, the salt water, the fresh air that people need to have. I mean, back in the days, kids just needed to be at home when it was dark or they were in trouble. It starts with just, again, at the home with the parents or with somebody as a mentor to help that child out.
Yeah, absolutely. It starts at the individual level, then the family, and the left is now Marxist, right? And one of their fundamental principles, their goal is to destroy the nuclear family. So you as a voter, how important is the curriculum and the oppression, the tyranny on the American family right now for you?
Well, here locally, I've been very responsible for being at our school board meetings and letting them know how we feel. And it's not just about the critical race theory. It's about so many other issues that they're forcing upon our children. And most of these parents don't know. I've got great friends that until I'm on the news or until I bring it up to them, and they're like, David, we didn't even know this was going on. I'm like, guys, girls, you've got to understand what's going on. Kids these days, when I was 15, 14, 13, 12, I couldn't wait to start driving. Kids these days, they don't even care about really getting their driver's license anymore because, hell, there's an Uber, they can wait. They know mom or dad or somebody's going to take care of them. There's no let's make things happen in the home anymore these days. Little League baseball leagues are getting smaller. Football leagues are getting smaller. Cub Scouts, Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts. It's all
there's been an attack on them, right?
It's all gone the wrong way. So
I think then at that point it just kind of looks like at an institutional level they're just trying to rip apart the fabric of what has always made our country great and what has made us strong. It's especially with the family and at the individual level and in the schools. And you talked about curriculum, not just critical race theory too, but right now it's sex ed is insane right now. I know Illinois is awful with it, New York, California, right, all these. What about here in Florida? Have you seen that here?
Oh, absolutely. It's the same way here. And we've got a bill right now. I think it's called Say Not Gay. They're not going to be allowed to be teaching anything about sex ed up until I think the 4th grade, which is good. They don't need to be teaching, 4th graders anything about sex ed. But it's not only that when did you ever have a child or somebody learn something about American history or world history or math? That's what schools are for: math, social studies, history, English. Not all this, whether somebody's gay or somebody does this or somebody does that. A lot of that stuff needs to be understood from the parents to the child.
Yeah, and it's kind of like what Abraham Lincoln had said too, right? That the curriculum of one generation becomes the politics of the next, and they're really great at just being able to take kids and take people and say, this is the way that you should be able to think. This is the way we want you to think, and this is how you're going to have to feel. So, lastly, here just to wrap up, your advice to the American voter. What should they be concerned about and focus on going into the midterms, which I know is kind of a bit of a hot topic because of election integrity. Some people have lost hope in the election system. What's your advice to them?
So I would say no matter if you're a good speaker, you're good on the computer, you own a restaurant or bar, maybe you ride motorcycles, everybody can contribute in some way. In the media, as you guys are in, you show people, hey, maybe you can make phone calls, maybe you can knock on doors, maybe somebody can, know somebody that owns a restaurant or bar to promote what's good about the good things in America. Hey, I got something for you. Got it with you. And I saved it for you. But he's the Bikers for Trump president. So that's the thing. Just get involved. Everybody's got potential to do something. Yeah. You could be in a wheelchair with no arms and no legs, but you could be great on the phone. You could be great on the phone, but you talk with your kids and just do the right thing.
Yeah, it's time right now, guys.
You have to
get involved.
It's not about y'all's generation that are in their 20s. It's about, when you guys have kids or grandkids and things like that, to make things happen.
You have to get involved and preserve our freedom and our liberty for generations to come. Otherwise, this country, guys, it's truly going to disappear. So get involved in community, state, local, national level. Just take a
just
stand
like
for
Kyle
freedom.
Rittenhouse up there with you guys, He didn't go out today to go out and hurt somebody.
Right.
He would have had a track record of things in his past. He didn't.
Right.
But you read what in the news and the radio, and all these people wanted to put a noose around his neck before anything was even happened. So
but you got to educate yourself on the truth. You got to know your rights, so then you can preserve them. But really, I think you said it best. So thank you for being with us.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it, guys.